All right, hello everybody. Sorry for a little bit of a late start, yeah, welcome to a Saturday stream. I hope you guys are all doing well. So today we are going to be playing a new game, How to Date a Magical Girl, and when I first booted this up, it said something about disturbing content, and I'm just like, oh no, are we going to have another Doki Doki situation where it's like, you know, seems all cute dating game, but actually quite dark. So I'm just like, I shouldn't be surprised. That's just the type of game that people recommend to me, are like cute on the outside, but secretly dark and disturbing. So hopefully the audio sounds okay. I really don't know much about this game, so we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna just jump right into this. Alright, system, welcome. Before we begin, we need to find out more about you. Please answer the following questions truthfully. Alright, so right off the bat, we're going to be starting with like a psychological profile here. Question 1, what do you look like? Oh, I like that. Okay, so you can be a guy or a girl. Oh, alright, off the bat. That's better than most of these dating games, so cool. Alright, what is your name? Alright. Your name is Rose. Is Rose really your name? Actually, yeah. I need to confirm all the answers you've given me. Your name is Rose and you look like... Sure, we'll say that. Alright. So yes, as always, whenever I play a new game, you guys just let me know if the audio of the game sounds good, if it's too low, too high, and I can make adjustments. Today is a wondrous day, so I feel like this is, I don't know if the girls have voice acting. I might be reading a lot. Hopefully you guys will be okay with that. Today is a wondrous day. It's a day I've dreamt about for nearly 3 months, a day that I surely thought would never arrive. All the blood, sweat, and tears I've shed these past months have led me to this very point in time. This perfect moment, the very point of my entire existence. I now hold in my possession the Holy Grail, an object of such great value and importance it would spell disaster if it fell into the wrong hands. It rests heavily in my palm, seeming to pulsate with life. The inconspicuous brown paper bag covering it does little to mask its holy aura. I'm guessing it's like a manga or something. As I gaze upon this most sacred of objects, I make a solemn vow to myself. I promise to guard this object until the day I die. For now, it's time to view the object's full, magnificent splendor. Yep. I unwrap the brown paper bag and am nearly blinded by the light emanating from within. Finally, I now hold the uncovered object in all of its radiant glory. It is the limited edition, special cover version of Volume 35 of my all-time favorite Magical Girl manga series. Finally, I waited for 3 months after this volume was announced for today, the release day. I find myself shedding a single tear of joy as I bask in the beauty of the limited edition cover. With only 100 of these printed, I am truly one of the luckiest people alive. Man, back in the day where things like that could give you such joy. I've been following this series since I was just an impudent child. I've grown alongside it, chanting the heroine's name in my sleep, night after night. And now, the very last volume has arrived. Years of worship have guided me here. Today, the series is complete. I'll return home and read this most valued tome and achieve true nirvana. Do I get, like, sucked into the world of this manga? Reading the series over the years has been an uphill battle. My friends often mocked me for following a children's manga series, but they just didn't see the beauty of it. They couldn't possibly fathom the rich, intricate history of the world, the heroine's ambitions and motives, the ever-present darkness threatening to engulf the world. If they truly wanted to believe this a children's manga, then that's their right, but I won't be swayed by their narrow-minded opinions. I feel myself trembling in anticipation as my fingers reach forward to open the cover. No, I must be patient. I need to return home first before I dive into this adventure. It gives me flashbacks to like when I would buy a game at, you know, the store, you know, back when we bought physical copies of things, and, you know, I would, like, on the way home, I would read the manual, which was also a thing of, like, days gone, back when games actually came with manuals, where they, you know, had character profiles and story information, stuff like that. I just can't keep my eyes. Speaking of magical girls, got my Sailor Moon mug. I feel like that was appropriate. Totally unintentional, by the way. I was just like, I just wanted some tea, and this is my favorite mug. This mug has been in a lot of my live streams. I should power walk towards my house. The quicker I get home, the quicker I can begin reading. Excellent idea. The journey speeds along at a rapid pace. I don't even have to take my eyes off the manga. I know this route so well. Just a few more blocks to go. Initializing the world. So yeah, I'm guessing I do like kind of get thrust into the world where my girl knows all of the characters and everything. I feel like I've wasted most of spring lazing away with nothing to do. I can't even remember the majority of it. The days just passed like a blur, every day the same as the last. At the very least, Hikari came to visit me some days. At least I think she did. I don't remember if she ever stayed long or if we talked much. Still, it was a nice thing for her to do. This week has been unusually hot for the season. I think the heat's been scrambling my brains like eggs on a frying pan. I've been finding it so hard to focus lately, to concentrate on anything at all. I know I should perk up a little, try to get some things done before the season ends. But then again, it's just so easy to lay here on the grass without a care in the world. I wonder how much longer I can go on like this. Everything changed on that fateful day 2 years ago. That day, I picked up the final volume of my favorite Magical Girl manga series. I read it cover to cover, and when I finished, reality began to sink in. The story was over. The story I'd been following for nearly my entire life was just finished. Since that day, I felt so very, very lost. My appetite disappeared. I stopped hanging out with friends. I dropped all my hobbies. That is not healthy behavior. The days went on. Let's try that again. The days went by in a haze, and looking back, I can't remember a single moment with any kind of clarity. It's sad, but that's the truth of it. I can try and blame the recent heat as much as I want, but really, I've been feeling like this for a few seasons now. I need to pick myself up. If I don't get a grip, I'm going to throw away my entire future. I need to get my head back in the game. I need to pull it together before tomorrow. Tomorrow, the first day at my new school. Of course, new school. It's kind of hard to believe. Even though I graduated high school, someone decided for me that my studies should continue. I assumed that someone was Hikari. She's always meddling in my business. I suppose it's her way of looking after me. Before I knew it, I was enrolled in a new academy without so much as a nod of approval. Classes start tomorrow whether I'm ready or not. As for the academy itself, I can't say I know much about it. There was a brochure in my letterbox at some point, but that promptly fell into the recycling can. I remember it had a lot of smiling faces on it, probably just typical propaganda. I don't even know what kind of classes I'll be attending. Could be anything, considering Hikari's eclectic. So she's got a friend who just signed her up to go to this random school and signed her up for random classes. Is my girl just like a vegetable in the time since like she's finished reading her book? She probably signed me up for a cooking class or horseback riding or advanced basket weaving. Who knows? I'm beginning to doze off in the warm afternoon sun. Just before my awareness slips away completely, a shadow falls across my face. Someone's suddenly standing over me. I squint, trying to make out their features. Oh, no! No, they don't have voices. Okay, well, it's a good thing I have that tea because my throat's going to be getting a workout today. It's time to wake up now, Rose. The typical childhood friend, right? What are you lying around here for? It's far too hot. You're going to cook. I shoot the girl a dirty look as if accusing her for interrupting my rest. It takes me another couple of seconds to recognize the girl. Blame my foggy mind. Oh, it's you, Hikari. Geez, is that what passes for a greeting these days? Sorry, I was just lost in thought. Well, it's my fault for expecting you to treat me with a little respect. I said I'm sorry. Fine, fine. This intrusive girl is none other than Hikari, one of my oldest friends. She's kind of cute in her own way, I guess. I've known her for such a long time that I can't imagine her as anything other than just a friend. Though I wonder if she feels the same way about me. Hikari's the kind of girl that shoots first and asks questions later. That's probably due to her being overprotective rather than assertive. It's the reason I assume she's the one who enrolled me at the new academy. I don't know anyone else who cares about my future like she does. When we were younger, she had a habit of following me around everywhere, kind of like a little sister. As we grew older, this habit evolved into meddling in my business and stealing my lunch every day. Probably sounds like I'm complaining, but I'm honestly not. Hikari's a great person, and I'm truly lucky to have a friend like her. I just don't really understand what she sees in me, or what she gets out of our relationship. Anyway, what are you doing out here? Do you have any idea how long it took me to find you? I'm just relaxing. What's the big deal? Relaxing? You don't do anything but relax. You're aware we're starting school tomorrow, right? Yep, painfully aware. Wait, you said we're, as in we. Are you attending class with me, Hikari? Oh, give me a break. I've explained this to you at least 6.5 times, I swear. Talking to you is like talking to a brick wall. Except the brick wall is better looking than you are. Hey, unnecessary. I object to that. Look, we're going to the academy together and that's final. You don't have a say in the matter, okay? Alright, well, I mean, like I said, there was a thing at the beginning where they said there's, like, disturbing content, and I wonder if, what's the word I'm thinking of? If, like, she might become, like, possessive or something, you know? Okay, please don't hurt me. I wouldn't dream of hurting you. I have a question, though. What kind of classes are we taking? A thoughtful expression crosses Hikari's features. I can tell she's making up her mind on whether to scold me or give me a proper answer. Well, if you'd read the guide I left for you at your house. Here we go. You'd already know we'll be taking basic first-year classes. Nothing too difficult, I'd imagine. I know you're a noob, so you shouldn't have any problems. Somehow being called a noob hurts more than anything else Hikari could have come up with. Aren't you a noob as well, Hikari? She looks taken aback, almost as offended as I got just seconds ago. Well, no, I'm not new to this. You know I've been practicing for years. Okay, so this is the magical school, so we are training to be magical girls. I assume? So if I was a boy, and I was going to this school, it's not just magical girls, I guess, because the whole thing is about how to date a magical girl, so maybe it's just a thing where you can, like, learn magic, girls or boys? I'm confused. What have you been practicing? A frown crosses Hikari's face. I know this expression well. It's her, I'm so tired of your clueless ass face. I've been practicing to become a fully fledged magical girl, of course. Her words hit me like a truck. Did she just say magical girl? Somehow the stupor I've been living in for endless months shatters in an instant. I feel like my eyes have opened for the first time in a long time. I see Hikari's smiling face beaming at me, as if she's so very proud of what she just said. Of course I remember that Hikari's training to become a magical girl. How could I let such a magnificent fact elude me for so long? I've known as much for years. So if I put 2 and 2 together, I'd say the academy we're attending from tomorrow is a school for magical girls. Okay, so this is just a thing, okay. So that's just a thing that happens in this world. So, the whole thing about, like, you know, the manga is, like, you assume it's, like, some fantastical thing. Like, in our world where magic doesn't exist, the idea of a magical girl is something really special. But in this world, it's just like, no, not really. It would just be the equivalent of, like, you're just reading a manga about a girl who just goes to school. But, I mean, I guess there's those types of mangas, too. You look like you just took an ice-cold shower, Rose. Is everything okay? I think about her question for a moment. I do feel more alert now. It's a familiar feeling. It's almost the way I felt before, back before my favorite manga series finished. The truth is, magical girls are very, very real. The whole time I had my head buried in manga, real-life magical girls existed all around me. I think I was just too nervous to ever go out and meet them. Except for Hikari, I knew her before she ever awakened to her powers. I can't quite explain why I've let my mind stay so foggy these past few years, but maybe now with the school starting tomorrow, I can begin to work towards becoming a functioning human being again. I give Hikari a slight smile. Hikari, why am I going to a school for magical girls? Hikari shuffles on the spot. She seems hesitant to tell me. The truth is... Sad backstory time. About a month ago, you and I were having dinner, and all of a sudden, your powers awoke. What? I noticed it immediately, but you seemed like your old oblivious self and barely paid attention to what happened. So what did happen? Like I said, we were having dinner together. I accidentally knocked a glass of water off the table. It was going to shatter on my bare feet and I screamed, afraid of cutting myself on the glass. It happened so quickly I couldn't move away in time. Oh, so I stopped time, and you just kind of glanced at the glass, and it stopped, mid-air, frozen in time. I mean, literally frozen in time, ice and all. I don't believe you. I would remember something like that. You just shrugged and continued eating. I think at the time you just believed I had made the glass freeze in place. After all, you've known about my magical powers for a long time. I awoke to my powers when I was 13, maybe 14? I don't quite remember, but still. I have a very specific set of powers, and don't forget, I'm untrained. There's no way I could freeze something in time. So, after that night, I replayed the event back in my mind over and over. The only explanation is you froze the glass. You suddenly awoke to your own powers and saved me from getting cut from broken glass. Okay, so what I'm learning of this world so far is some people have just latent magical powers. They just seemingly unlock without any training, and people seem to have like their own sets of like magical abilities. Maybe they could train and learn new magical abilities, but okay. So what you're saying is I'm a hero. Ugh, not quite, Rose. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I never enrolled us to attend the academy. We were both sent letters from the association. They can detect who has magical powers and who doesn't, you know. They keep a record of everyone. According to the association, once magical girls reach 18 years of age, it's the law for them to attend the academy. The letters basically demand we attend the academy effective immediately. Because you awaken to your powers right on the age of 18, you get the joy of going back to school. Regardless, we both start class tomorrow, and we'll both be training to become magical girls. All this information is swirling around my head like a tornado. I feel simultaneously excited and exhausted. Do I really have magical powers? Can I actually freeze things in time? I can't think of any other situation where I've done such a thing, and I have no clue how to make it happen again. Well, I suppose that's the point of the academy. They should train me to reach my full potential, right? I guess attending class with Hikari won't be so bad. Maybe I'll make some new friends, too. What do you say we get out of here? We can grab dinner to celebrate our last night of freedom. Sounds good to me. You're paying, though. I am not, you big lug. You can pay for both of us. Hey, dinner was your idea, not mine. Why should I pay? I'm right. My character, I'm like, what does she get out of friendship with me? I seem like kind of just a freeloader who's just like lost in space, and literally just after like I finished a book series, I just forgot about the real world and just was like in a stupor. You're just as hopeless as always. How did I get dragged into going back to school with you? You love it. Well, let's see how many classes we can make it through before I strangle you out of frustration. I mean, I do like for the stereotypical, like, childhood friend, I like the fact that, unlike a lot of childhood friends where they're a little bit too, like, I don't know, goody-goody, and it's always like, I made you food, and blah, 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 and, like, I'm super nice to you all the time, and very shy, where she's just literally like, yeah, I'll strangle you, and you piss me off sometimes. You know, just like real friends. Biz, biz, shut up. Biz, biz, biz. Ugh, please, for the love of all that's holy, shut up. Biz, biz, biz. I begrudgingly open my eyes and am greeted by the sight of my alarm clock having a seizure on the floor. The glowing red numbers taunt my blurry vision by fading in and out at full speed. I groan and rub my eyes, trying to clear my vision. Finally, I can make out the numbers on the clock clearly. 8:02 a.m. I yawn. Thankfully, it's still early. I've got nothing to do today except eat leftovers, so why did I set my alarm for such an early time? 8:03. I smack my lips at the thought of the cold Chinese takeout waiting for me in the refrigerator. 8:04. I stifle a yawn. Some distant thought is tugging at the back of my mind. Have I forgotten something important about today? Did I have something more serious to do than eat leftovers? 8:05. Nah, impossible. There's nothing important going on in my life right now. Maybe Hikari said she'd visit today or something small like that. My character's like real dumb. 8:06. Oh yeah, something's coming back to me. School? Am I supposed to go to school today? 8:07. I feel like a bucket of cold water just splashed over my head. Suddenly wide awake, I realize I completely forgot that today is my first day at the academy. Everything's coming back to me now, including the fact that Hikari told me first year orientation starts at 8:30 sharp. Sharp! 8:08. I can't be late for my first day at the academy. What will Hikari think of me? More importantly, what will the cute magical girls I've never met think of me? I leap out of bed like a frog launching from a lily pad. I immediately regret this action as I'm still tangled up in my blankets and they drag me down to the floor. I narrowly avoid hitting my head. I thank my lucky stars I didn't get hurt before frantically scrambling to my feet. I dash out of my room and into the kitchen. I open the fridge and am greeted by the wafting aroma of cold sweet and sour pork leftovers. Damn, this is a nice place. I grab the containers unceremoniously and launch it across the kitchen, cheering when it lands in the open microwave. I dash to the microwave and mash the keypad blindly. The light flickers to life and the machine starts up with a sputter and hum. While my excellent choice of breakfast is being cooked to perfection, I decide to get dressed. Can I make a choice of what I choose to wear? When I reach my closet, I come to the sinking realization I don't have an academy uniform yet. I heave open the door with a sigh, only to be greeted by the sight of an unfamiliar dry cleaning bag on a coat hanger. Well, never mind. With a confused frown, I pull the bag down and find a note written on the front in cute handwriting. I went to the trouble of picking up your new uniform for you. You owe me one, Hikari. Oh, that Hikari. She thinks of everything. I tear into the dry cleaning bag and pull out the brand new uniform. I'm in the middle of climbing into my new threads just as an angry cacophony of beeps and boops calls to me from the kitchen. Breakfast is ready. I finish donning my amazing new outfit and rocket into the kitchen to throw food into my gullet. My breakfast is demolished in a new personal record of 12.74 seconds, and then I'm out the door in a flash. I hardly even know where I'm going, but I recall Hikari saying the academy is walking distance from my home. It's not hard to find a map on my phone, so I load it up and begin my hurried walk. A little time passes. It's 8:24 a.m. Can I make it in time? The map on my phone tells me I'll arrive in 8 minutes. I'll be a little late, but a couple of minutes never hurt anyone, right? I wonder if Hikari will be there to greet me at the school gate. It would be nice to see a familiar face after this whirlwind of a morning. My power walk evolves into a jog when I see the school gates looming in the distance. I can't believe it. I'm actually going to make it. There's a few other straggling students making their way into the school. They're all wearing the academy's uniform, including its signature pastel yellow vest. I notice the other students are female. I suppose that's not too surprising. This is a school for magical girls, after all. Still, it's the first time I'm witnessing such a thing. So, if I was to play the dude, I would just be like, this would be like a harem thing almost, where it's just like, I'm the sole magical boy in a world of magical girls. I finally reach the school gates. When I peer beyond them, I can see the other students entering what looks to be the school hall. I suppose that's where orientation is being held. I glance around to see if Hikari is here. No luck, though. Maybe she's waiting for me inside the hall. I break into a run toward the school hall, sprinting as fast as my unfit legs can carry me. I weave in and around the other students, also making a mad dash forward. I'm nearly there. I can almost taste my fashionably late entrance, and this is where I will bump into someone. Maybe one of the other girls that I can date. Yep. My foot snags on another student's shoe. I guess I wasn't quick enough to get out of their way. I don't even have time to let out a gasp as I fall flat on my face on the pavement. I was so close. I nearly made it. Now I'm just lying on the ground, face down like an idiot. A little squeal erupts in front of me. My first thought is maybe I squashed some small cute animal when I fell, like a kitten, or a squirrel that can squeal. I push myself off the ground and am greeted by an unexpected sight. Here we go. Well, I guess technically second girl. You Akiyama. A cute girl wearing glasses has fallen on the ground in front of me. She looks to be about my age, so I assume she's a first-year student as well. She's trying and failing to cover up her panties, which I believe the entire world can now see. Don't look! I bashfully turn my head away for at least a second. Then I turn back to her. Stop it! Stop looking! I'm sorry, I think I knocked you over. No, I think it was my fault. I was in a rush and I wasn't looking where I was going. Are you hurt? No, I'm okay. The girl's still trying to adjust her skirt so she can rescue her dignity. Are we really late for orientation? Yeah, I think so. That's terrible. I promised myself I'd make it on time. I can't believe I slept in. I'm a stupid, stupid girl. Hey now, don't beat yourself up. I slept in too. Except I am stupid, actually. You don't understand. I only slept in because I went to bed at 3 a.m., even though I promised myself I wouldn't stay up so late. This girl sure seems interesting. I wonder what could have caused her to stay up so late the day before school starts. Why were you up until 3 a.m.? That's too embarrassing to answer. Was she, like, playing video games or something? Come on, you can tell me. It's not like we're strangers. I mean, I've seen your... God, don't say it! Oops. Fine, I'll tell you why I was up so late. I was watching films. Oh, okay. Films, huh? I wonder what kind of films. It's not my fault I have trouble going to bed after watching horror movies. I start to see shadows lurking in every corner, and I get too scared to even try to sleep. I don't expect someone like you to know what that's like. To become so engrossed in a tale of the macabre that all the hairs on your body stand on end, to be frightened senseless at the slightest strange sound from within your own home. Until you've experienced that kind of paralyzing terror, you'll never understand the joy of cult horror films. The girl is breathing heavily, obviously exhausted from her passionate outburst. I think she may have a screw loose. You haven't lived until you've seen a film that makes your toes curl, chills your bone, and gives you goosebumps all at the same time. I'll take your word for it. So this girl likes to scare herself senseless, and then she wonders why she can't get to sleep at a decent hour? So, you still haven't covered up your, The girl squeals again in embarrassment. I feel sorry for her, if the view wasn't in my favor. Stop looking. Sorry. Why am I cursed with such bad luck? How can something so embarrassing happen on the very first day of school? I suppose I understand why she's so distressed. Maybe I should say something to calm her down. By the way, what's your name? My name? Yeah, is that such an unusual question? No, I suppose not. My name is Yu. Guys, let me know if I'm saying that wrong or not. I think it's Yu or maybe Yui? I'll just go with Yu for now until I'm corrected. Yu Akiyama. Pleased to meet you, I guess. It's nice to meet you, Yu. My name is Rose. I get to my feet and dust myself off. I reach a hand out to Yui. Here, I'll help you up. Oh my gosh, the the quality of the drawing has dipped considerably from the CG. I mean, it's still cute, but it's just like, it's like it quite hasn't been finished, like an unfinished picture. I swear Yui blushes for a second before grabbing my hand. Her fingers are soft and delicate, warm. She grips my hand ever so lightly, and I manage to lift her to her feet. Thank you. Damn, girl got thighs though. Woo. Thick thighs save lives. I'm sorry we had to meet under such distressing circumstances. Don't sweat it. I'm just happy to have met you at all. The soft red blush returns to her cheeks and she looks away shyly. We should go. Yeah. Without another word, Yui takes the lead and walks in front of me. I follow behind her obediently. Yui? Yui? Alright, we'll go with that. We make our way to the entrance of the school hall. The big wooden doors are closed, barring our way forward. Yui tries the handle, the door is stuck fast. She frowns, then changes tactics, pushing the door instead. Still no luck. The door is securely locked. Do they really lock out latecomers? I guess so. Oh no, oh no. Are we going to be punished for missing orientation? I don't think I can handle detention. Calm down, calm down. I'm sure we're not going to be punished. We'll just have to wait until orientation ends, I suppose. I give Yui a shrug. If we wait around for the students to leave the hall, we'll surely run into Hikari. Hikari will know what to do. She always does. In the meantime, why don't we get to know each other? Yui doesn't say anything. A downtrodden expression has etched itself onto her features. She leans against the wall and lets out a sigh. So, do you know any magic? I mean, dumb question. Literally, you have to know magic in order to get into the school. Either she doesn't hear me, or she's choosing to ignore me now. Her eyes are closed, as though trying to block out the world around her. Well, not much I can do, I suppose. I slump down and sit on the ground. I have no idea how long orientation goes for, or how long we'll be waiting around here. A bell rings. Finally, orientation is finished. The doors of the school hall swing open wide, and a flood of students leak out of the building. There must be hundreds of girls all scurrying forward. As they exit the hall, they split into different directions, surely heading toward their first classes for the day. If only I knew what my classes were, I could head towards where I'm supposed to go. But I've no clue what I'm doing here. I need to find Hikari. My character is literally like useless if I didn't have my friend. I stand to the side as all the students tumble out of the hall. I lose sight of Yui on the other side of the crowd. Oh well, she stopped talking to me anyway. Not my fault. I desperately try to catch a glimpse of Hikari's familiar face in the crowd. It doesn't help she's shorter than most of the other students, so she'll likely be lost in the group. I suddenly feel a tap on my shoulder. I turn around. You idiot! How could you miss orientation? I was waiting inside the hall for you, and then they locked the doors, and I had to sit by myself. Hikari, I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it. You let me down, Rose. You're gonna make this up to me. I will. I'm really sorry. What happened, anyway? Did you sleep in? Well, yeah, I did. But I actually got here at a decent time. The problem is, I knocked another girl over, and we got caught up talking. Another girl? Oh no. Jealousy intensifies. Yeah, actually, because the crowd's thinned out, I can see Yui standing awkwardly by the doors. It was that girl over there. Hikari looks towards Yui, standing all alone. I see. Is she a first year as well? She looks lost. Yeah, I think so. Since we got locked outside, we weren't sure what to do or where to go. I was kinda hoping you could help us, Hikari. Hikari looks almost sad just for a moment, but then a bright smile flashes across her face. I'm always happy to help. Now that orientation is over, we have to go to our homeroom and meet our teacher. I can lead the way. Hikari begins to skip away. I grab Yui's attention with a wave and beckon her towards us. What is it? We can go to homeroom and meet our teacher now. Do you want to follow us? Yeah, okay, thanks. With that, the three of us make our way to the classroom. The classroom's noisy. There must be 30 students packed in, chatting away, waiting for the teacher to arrive. I mean, what are the odds that, like, we all have the same homeroom teacher? Hikari manages to find seats for myself and Yui, all lined up next to each other. Not a bad arrangement, if I do say so myself. I glance around the room. It all feels very familiar, just like high school all over again. The students are even in cliques, and it's only the very first day. There's a group of sporty-looking girls at the back of the class. One of them is bouncing a basketball for some reason. I don't know why she brought that to the academy. Maybe just to reinforce her clique stereotype? At the front of the class are the bookworms. They're shy, speaking only in whispers, and glancing nervously at the other students. Hanging out by the classroom door are the rebellious girls. A few of them have streaks of neon color dyed in their hair. Their uniforms are untidy, and a few have cut off their sleeves. And here in the middle of the class are Hikari, Yui, and myself. Hikari and I go way back, of course. I just met Yui. As for Hikari and Yui's relationship, I don't think they've spoken a single word to each other. Will they become friends? Time will tell. The clamor of voices quiets down as the classroom door opens and a woman enters. She makes her way to the front of the class, offers a smile, and begins her speech. Good morning, class. I'm your homeroom teacher, Miss Otsuka, but you can all call me by my first name, Satomi. I wonder if will she be a dateable option the teacher usually tends to be? You'll find him a very informal teacher. I mean, I can tell by the clothes. Unlike any teacher you've had during your school years, for sure. It's my hope we can all become friends during your first year here at the academy. I hope we can build a relationship that carries on long after you graduate. This new teacher, Satomi, seems really nice. I can't really pick up one defining feature of this new teacher. No, I'd have to pick two. She has two very large, very defining features. On a less shallow note, I guess she has an inviting smile. Overall, she's definitely not bad for an older woman. She seems to have captured the class's attention. Even the rebellious girls have taken a seat to show their respect. I'm sure you all have a million questions burning in your brains, especially after orientation. Rest assured, I'm here to help every one of you achieve your goals and get good grades during the year. As your homeroom teacher, I'll offer you support and guidance. If you need assistance with any of your subjects, you can always come to me. Satomi claps her hands together and beams. Now then, with all that out of the way, she takes a step forward, her elbow knocks a stack of papers off her desk. Important-looking documents scatter all over the floor. The class gasps, then falls silent, waiting to see how she'll react to the mess she just made. Maybe she did that on purpose, and she'll be like, look what I can do with my magic. Oops. Satomi's face... Okay, maybe not. Satomi's face turns bright red as she bends down to pick up some of the papers. She lowers herself, and a loud thud echoes through the classroom as her head slams into the corner of the desk. The class gasps once more, then silence. Ah, I hear a slight giggle from Yui, seated next to me. She obviously thinks this whole affair is pretty funny. A few girls rush to the front of the class to help the teacher pick up her papers. When Satomi stands up, I can make out the faint purple outline of a bruise forming on her forehead. After two clumsy failures, Satomi hasn't exactly managed to maintain her composure. She's glowing red and a bead of some bare sweat trickles down her face. I like that. I like that they kind of made her seem like, oh, she's the cool, young, hot teacher, and then just immediately embarrasses herself in front of everybody, and then just kind of loses that cool facade. Class, if you could just ignore that little spectacle, I would greatly appreciate it. Few students giggle quietly. Satomi does her best to continue with her speech. Somehow, she hasn't entirely lost the class's respect, which is admirable. Okay, class, where was I? Oh yes, for our first piece of business today, I'll be covering the subjects we'll be learning this year. Let's begin. There are 3 core subjects you must all attend to in order to progress at the academy. These subjects are magical history, practical magic, and alchemy. Oh, this kind of reminds me of, what was that game, where I am a magical girl, I'm the queen? Long Live the Queen or something? It's it was that, whereas I had to attend classes, and I feel like stuff like that, the alchemy, the magic, history, that's kind of bringing me back. I should play that game again, too. Any other subjects you choose to undertake at the academy are optional, but will provide credits towards your overall degree. In magical history class, you'll learn about the origins of the magical girls that have become commonplace in our world. You'll discover how they came into being and their importance in our modern society. In practical magic class, you'll undertake rigorous magical training to hone your minds and bodies. You'll learn spells and abilities that are essential for a magical girl to undertake her duties. Finally, in alchemy class, you'll become familiar with the art of crafting magical items. From magical swords and staves, to potions and portals, this is where your creativity will be put to the test. This all sounds pretty cool. I had no idea there was so much involved with becoming a magical girl. I hear the hurried scratching of pen on paper and look to my left. Hikari is scribbling notes frantically, her tongue sticking out the side of her mouth as she concentrates. To my right, Yui is also taking notes, though she's decorated the page of her notebook with doodles of a wicked witch start. You know, I also like that they kind of went Like, you see Yui, she's got, like, the glasses and everything. You think she's gonna be kind of, like, the studious one. She's gonna be, like, more the serious, like, smart one. But no, she's actually kind of, like, ditzy and a little bit absent-minded. Your time here at the Academy will be one of the most memorable experiences of your life. In fact, when you look back on these days, you may think it was all just a dream. That's how pleasant your days here will be. With that said, don't think you can slack off. In order to graduate, you'll need to put in a lot of hard work. Don't expect to excel at every class. All students are different, and you may find what comes naturally to you is very difficult for someone else. It's important to not let your classes and studying time dominate your life. Socialize, make friends, take the time to relax once in a while. I highly recommend joining a club when you get the chance. Oh boy, this is where I'm gonna have to, like, it's not just like the dating thing, it's like, it's also like I have to manage my time and like kind of figure out, like, okay, do I join a club? What classes do I go to? Gotta, you know, make sure that I socialize as well. We host a variety of fun clubs that you can attend in your free time. Take part in activities and meet new people. Finally, to wrap up my little speech, I need to tell you what to expect at exam time. The Academy runs exams twice during the year. You can expect an exam each semester. The key attributes we assess you on are magic, alchemy, perception, and expertise. It's important to focus on raising these attributes during your study time. You can improve your attributes with theory or practice. There's no wrong way to go. Reading books, taking time to study, practicing spells, or performing alchemy, all those activities will help you improve your attributes. You may find that other activities outside of school also help you out. Be sure to explore and find out what works best for you. If your key attributes are high enough come exam time, you'll no doubt perform very well, so as long as you work hard at improving yourself, you will have no need to stress. Damn, I wish, like, teachers actually talked like this, you know? It's like they're realistic, but they're not stressing you too much. Should you fail your exams, well, let's not go into that today, okay? I'm sure you'll all succeed with flying colors. Satomi smiles widely at the class. Everyone seems to be in a good mood after hearing her passionate speech. I run through the subjects she talked about in my head. Magical history, practical magic, and alchemy. They all sound fairly interesting. I get the feeling I'll enjoy practical magic the most. After all, isn't that about casting spells and seeing real magic happen before your eyes? Satomi wraps up her speech with a few heartful quotes from some famous magical girls or something along those lines. I started getting hungry, so I began to zone out. Like, my character did not realize that they could do magic until, like, yesterday, and I'm already bored, apparently. Before I know it, I'm being shuffled out of the classroom by Hikari. All the other students are leaving too, and Yui is falling close behind. Hikari pulls me aside in the corridor. So, Rose, what did you think? Everything sounds exciting, right? Yeah, I actually think I'll enjoy my time here. I'm so glad to hear that. I'll have a feeling we'll have most of our classes together. Probably because she made it that way, so she can always keep an eye on me. So we can always help each other out with our studies. I noticed Yui standing off the side of the corridor. She's glancing at her phone absent-mindedly. I get the feeling she's not one to make friends easily, and she doesn't seem to know anyone at the school. Maybe I should make an effort and invite her to hang out with Hikari and myself? Oh, okay. Hearts? Hearts? Okay, I don't know if, like, maybe that's a... Maybe she's just talking, like, I know sometimes, like, hearts appear when you're doing, like, a dating thing, but I think she's just happy. I'm super excited about magical history class. I want to learn about all the famous magical girls from history, like Jeanne d'Arc and Cleopatra. I let Hikari trail off as I wander over to Yui. Hey! Yui looks up from her phone, somewhat taken aback. I wasn't waiting around for you or anything like that. I just don't know anyone here. It's okay, don't sweat it. I'm sorry about running into you, this morning. Yui almost gives me a smile. It's okay. I'm glad I met at least one new person today. Me too. If you don't mind, you're more than welcome to hang out with myself and Hikari. Thank you. I'd like that. I'll feel more comfortable having a few friends around. Hikari stomps over to us in a huff. I love how I didn't even, just walked away from Hikari. I didn't even, ask Hikari if that could happen. I just assumed. Rose, I was in the middle of talking to you and you just walked away. Who taught you to be so rude? Certainly it wasn't me. My character's kind of an asshole. Sorry, Hikari. I figured I should probably introduce you since we'll be taking classes together. Hikari, this is Yui. Yui, this is my little friend, Hikari. Your little friend? Is that all I am to you? We've known each other for how many years? The amount of disrespect I get from you is incredible. Whoa, I'm sorry, Hikari, I'm sorry. Yui, Hikari is my childhood friend. We've known each other forever. It's nice to meet you, Hikari. And nice to meet you too. Since we're all new here, we should all be friends. It'll make school more fun, right? Yeah. That sounds good, Rose. Yui then does something I don't expect. She bows formally to Hikari. Hikari, I hope we can be good friends. Please take care of me. Because, like, that's all Hikari's good for, apparently. I'm taken aback by her formality and politeness. Even Hikari has a shocked look on her face and can only offer a stuttering reply. Thank you. I hope we can become good friends. Yui offers Hikari a warm smile, then blushes a little and goes back to burying her face in her phone. I guess she got a bit embarrassed. Hey, who wants to get something to eat? Rose is paying today. Hey! Hikari and Yui chuckle at my expense before dragging me out to lunch. Alright, so that's 2 of the girls met so far. How many were on the main? Like, I saw there was like 5 of them or something? After we stuffed our faces with food, the 3 of us returned to class. The rest of the afternoon was filled with a tour of the school grounds and an introduction to optional subjects we could enroll in. All in all, it was a pretty full-on day, even though our actual core classes haven't begun yet. The teachers wrapped up the day at around 3, telling us to go on our merry way and get some rest for tomorrow. Hikari offered to walk home with me, so we said goodbye to Yui, who was heading in the opposite direction. Before long, Hikari and I found ourselves in front of my place. So all in all, what did you think of your first day? I'm liking it so far, even though we haven't started learning any magic yet. Yes, well, from tomorrow on, it's classes as normal, so you best be prepared. I don't want to catch you slacking and letting your grades drop. Don't worry, I'll do my best. Oh my god, I feel like I'm a little, out of sorts with, like, the live streaming, something that requires so much talking. I'm already like, whew. It's a good thing that I, like, brought enough liquids. I do kind of wish there was some voice acting just to give me a break. Thanks. Oh, here we go. We finally have an option here. By the way, what do you think of Yui? She's nice. She's a little weird. She's not going to replace you. I don't want to say that, because Hikari's like, who said anything about me being replaced? I'll say she's nice. Aww, broke her heart. Well, of course, right? She's going to be jealous. I suppose, though. I suppose so, though she's a little hard to talk to, don't you think? With people like Yui, you never know what they're thinking. It might be best to be careful around her. I gave Hikari a nod, though I'm not too worried. I've seen a side of Yui that Hikari hasn't seen, even if that side is just underwear at the very least. I know Yui can let her guard down. Anyway, I think I should have an early night. We need to be up bright and early tomorrow. I don't want a repeat performance of you being late. Roger that. I'll set my alarm extra early. Make sure you do. Hikari beams her familiar smile and then skips away. See you tomorrow, classmate. I wave sheepishly as Hikari goes on her way. I should head inside too and rest up. After all, tomorrow is another school day. Alright, well, let's see. Now that classes actually start, I have to kind of like make my choices about, you know, what classes I want to take and whatnot. For some reason, I'm much more energetic this morning. Maybe it's because I have a clear idea of what's in store for today, and I had a pretty good day yesterday. I woke up on time, brushed my teeth, and I even took a shower, silky clean. After putting on my brand new academy uniform, my phone beep-booped a nice tune to let me know about an incoming text message. I check the screen and my eyes are assaulted by a hailstorm of animated emojis. Good morning, sleepyhead. Mom has to leave early for work today. I don't want to eat breakfast alone. Can I come have breakfast with you? Well, there's no doubt that this is from Hikari. She always texts like this. She seems a little needy. I heave a sigh and send her one letter reply. No. But then my character is an asshole. Before I can even put my phone down, a reply pops up on the screen. Meanie, be nice to me. Classic Hikari. Second reply follows. By the way, I'm outside. I was just about to joke about like, by the way, I'm already inside your house. Seriously, if I didn't know her so well, I would swear this girl has issues with boundaries. I head toward the front door and open it up. I'm greeted by a gentle breeze. The fresh spring air is crisp this morning and feels nice on my skin. Hikari's standing there, glaring angrily at her phone. A single cherry blossom petal stuck in her hair. Can't believe you don't want me over for breakfast. Next time I won't ask. I'll just show up. That's pretty much the same as right now. I don't want to hear it. Now move out of the way. I'm making us pancakes. I mean, I'm not going to say no to that. God, I want pancakes. Oh man, when's the last time I had pancakes? Well, I can't complain about that. Hikari's pretty good at making pancakes, even if she just uses the pre-made mix from the store. Hikari heads to the kitchen and starts humming as she prepares breakfast. I decide to sit down at the table and wait for Hikari to expend her energy. It doesn't take her too long to finish cooking. When she's done, she brings 2 plates of delicious-smelling pancakes to the table. Ta-da! Pancakes a la Hikari, my family's secret recipe. You bought the pre-made mix from the store, didn't you? Ah, yeah, but I added sugar. Sugar, it's a secret ingredient. Oh man, yeah, that makes me think like my granny used to make... I wasn't a big fan of pancakes growing up, but my granny made the best pancakes, and I'm pretty sure it's because she just dumped a shit ton of sugar in them, so of course I liked them. I poked my tongue out at her and dig in. Sure enough, the pancakes are good. Nice and fluffy. Please stop talking about pancakes. I'm getting so hungry. Somehow, all the instant food Hikari makes tastes way better than when I make it myself. Maybe she adds sugar to everything, even instant noodles. Hikari has a mouthful of food when she decides to tell me one of her trademark weird stories. I had a dream about you last night. We were together, walking through a dark and eerie forest. I was so scared, but you were brave. You told me no one could hurt me as long as you were around. So that made me feel better, until we ran into an evil witch. The witch said, "Eat this cauldron of boiled mushrooms, or I'll place a wicked curse on you." You refused to eat the disgusting concoction, so that'd be me. Ugh, mushrooms are my least favorite thing. I'd be like, yep, I would rather be turned into, whatever, than eat that. The witch pulled out her wand and pointed it at you. Zap, boom, tazam. It transformed into a gross mushroom. The witch cackled and disappeared into the darkness. I looked into your disgusting mushroom face and saw you still had eyes and a mouth. Even as a mushroom, you still had your usual dopey look. It made me really happy you were still yourself. Weird dream, right? Yep. But it got me thinking, if you turned into a talking mushroom, what would you do with yourself? Oh my gosh, okay. Alright, I would wait until you ate me, only a matter of time until you got hungry. I don't know, it was a stupid dream and I'm not a mushroom, so it doesn't matter. I'd find a night... Okay, I'm not gonna say the stupid dream and stuff, like, she's being nice. I'm not gonna basically, like, shut her down. I'll say I would find a nice hot spring and have a soak until I become soup. Okay, she liked that response. That's just the kind of silly answer I was hoping for. Hikari's affection has increased by 1. You always know how to answer my random questions. Thanks, Rose. Hikari and I both finished eating. It was a good breakfast, that's for sure, though I can't help but feel a little sleepy after packing my face full of food. Hikari must be feeling the same way because she begins to yawn. A little cherry blossom petal that was stuck in her hair flutters down and lands on her empty plate. Oh, look! I'm so happy the cherry blossoms are in season again. This is my favorite time of year. The trees look so pretty. Hikari's face turns red and she blushes. I'm glad we get to go to school together in the springtime. It's such a wonderful dream come true. I return Hikari's smile, and I have to admit I feel the same way she does. It really is a nice time of year and the perfect season for a new beginning. Oh, snap! We have to get going or we'll be late. Well, here we go again. The mad rush to get to school on time, even though I woke up early this morning. If we're late today, I can place the blame on Hikari's absurd mushroom dream story. We grab our stuff and hastily make our way to the door. Standing next to the school gate is a familiar face from yesterday. Oh, good morning. I get the feeling she was waiting for us here, too nervous to venture into the school alone. Oh, she might be a little clingy too. We gotta get her some more friends. Luckily, Hikari and I managed to get here just in time. Yui's holding a nicely decorated box in her hands. I assume it's a bento lunch box. I made some sweets for us to share today. Would you be interested in meeting up for lunch? Hikari literally jumps with joy. Sweets? I love sweets. Let's have lunch together. Forget all the stuff I said about you being weird and that you have to keep an eye on her, because she's unpredictable. I nod and smile. Thanks, Yui. That sounds like a good idea. Yui's face turns red and she shyly lowers her head. I'm glad. I look forward to it. But for now, we need to get to class. March, march. She's like... Hikari is like the group mom. We make our way to our first class. Iseline. Good morning, new students, and welcome to your first magical history class. My name is Iseline Arcane. I'll be your teacher for this class. It's my duty to ensure you pass your exams and move on to become second-year students. As I'm sure you can tell from my accent, I'm not originally from Japan. No, I was born in Brazil, a country that many of you will know is famous for its culture of magic and wonder. Indeed, many famous magical girls have emerged from Brazil over the years. It's safe to say Brazil is second only to Japan in terms of the amount of magical girls it produces. I like that they're kind of like using the real world and then just kind of like making its own little history of like magical girls and how they would kind of factor into it. Magical girls, as I'm sure you know, have existed for centuries. Without them, the world would surely fall into disrepair. After all, it is a magical girl's duty to banish evil in all its forms. Maybe there'll be a class where we have to like make our own magical girl outfits. That would be cute. Or like signature poses and things like that. However, I'm not here to teach you about banishing evil. I'm here to teach you about the origins of magical girls. Now, before we study where we all came from, it might be a good idea to examine where we are now. In today's world, evil is a rare thing to come across. Because of that, the average magical girl spends the majority of her time contributing to society instead of engaging in combat. There are currently 3 jobs that are considered to be the most popular among magical girls. They are in order of popularity: music idol, doctor, and teacher. Okay, this might be information maybe like for the exam. Maybe I'll have to know. So I'm gonna be a good student. I'm gonna be like Hikari, and I'm gonna write this down. This is just gonna seem like out of context, so strange. All right, music idol, teacher. Oh no, doctor, and teacher. There we go. It's like I'm making my own cheat sheet. You might be wondering why these 3 jobs are most popular. Well, I think I can explain the reasons behind that. Many magical girls pursue careers as music idols. I'm sure you're all familiar with some of the famous idols on the music charts at the moment. Because of their abilities, magical girls are able to entertain like no other. Some idols use their power to put on grandiose shows with fireworks and lights, while others put their skills to use to enhance their singing voice or produce music without instruments. Magical girls with supportive or healing abilities tend to tackle careers as doctors. Their unique powers make patients feel better again in no time. This is a noble career choice and makes a positive impact on many people's lives. Lastly, becoming a teacher is a noble pursuit. Much like myself, we use our knowledge of the magical arts to help mold the youth of the future. During your time here at the Academy, you'll likely ask yourself over and over again what you aim to do once you graduate. Picking any of these 3 professions I've talked about today is an excellent choice, but be aware, these jobs are in high demand and you'll have a lot of competition. Man, I feel sorry for, like, you know, especially like the idols who don't have magical abilities. It feels like they're kind of at a disadvantage now. Isaline continues on with her lesson. I'm definitely fascinated by her words, but Hikari's pancake breakfast is taking its toll on me and making me very drowsy. I do my best to stay awake through the rest of class. The bell rings for lunch. When we exit the classroom to head to lunch, I feel a gentle tug at my shoulder. I turn to look, and my eyes meet Yui's. I want to know, when do we meet the other girls? There's still so many to meet. Maybe you guys can give me an idea, like how long, because I assume, you know, I'm going to have to like pick a girl to date or to pursue. So I'm like, how long does like an average route last in this game? You know, like how many live streams could I, if I choose to do like a single route, like how long would that take me? Hi. I mean, what I will probably do is if I'm able to save, I'll like save when I get to a point, so that way I don't have to like repeat the opening again if I want to do another route. Oh hey, did you enjoy class? Yeah, it was very interesting. I must have written 20 pages of notes. 20 pages? How could you write so much in our first lesson? I'm not sure. I think I just write quickly. How many pages of notes did you write? 1? Maybe? I literally wrote 3 things. So maybe she is kind of like, after like the first day was a little rough for her, but maybe she is kind of like, she's actually quite a good student. Yui looks at me with disappointment. Well, if you need to look over my notes, you're more than welcome. I smile and nod. Hikari's the last person to shuffle out of the classroom. She's mumbling something about wanting to become a musical idol and not a doctor. Hey, Hikari, you okay? She looks taken aback. I'm fine. I was just chatting to the teacher about which career path I should take. Already? It's the 2nd day of class. You're already thinking about your career? Well, of course. I can't just drift aimlessly. I need to have a goal. You should start thinking about your future too, Rose. Nah, I'm good. Yui giggles a little. Hikari looks flustered, but I can tell she doesn't want to get into a heated argument in front of Yui. Hikari changes her demeanor completely when she sees the box of sweets Yui showed off this morning. She sidles up to Yui, a devious expression crossing her face. Hey Yui, do you want to share some sweets with us? I roll my eyes at Hikari's predictable behavior. To say she has a sweet tooth is an understatement. To Yui's credit, she just smiles and nods. Alright, so apparently it's not longer than Saya. Okay, so I'm trying to think of how long that game took me to finish. Maybe, what was it, like 7 hours? And I guess, like I said, if I wanted to just start from like a certain point, maybe I could like just skip the intro, like all this part here, until I actually get into like the meat and potatoes of the game, and then at least like skip the first hour or so, and that gives me a head start. Jackpot, let's find somewhere to eat. Hikari dashes off, practically dragging Yui and I behind her. We rush at full speed through the academy's winding hallways until we reach the cafeteria. Hikari takes one look inside and sees it's jam-packed full of noisy students. Without missing a beat, she continues on, still dragging us behind her. We hit a stairwell and she jumps up 2 steps at a time. I try to ask where we're going, but she ignores me completely. Let me guess, rooftop. Yep. It's like I'm starting to play enough of these games, I'm getting the tropes, right? After we bound up another couple of stairwells, Hikari throws a door open and we spill out into the rooftop. It's completely silent up here, no other students in sight. Perfect, this could be our lunch hangout. It's not bad, I have to admit. There's a few places to sit, and the air is nice and fresh up here. Now that's something that I wish, like, school, I mean, I understand why they don't do this, but, like, schools where I am, you know, would let us do that, would be able to sit on the roofs. Like, once again, there are so many reasons why that's a bad idea, to have a bunch of, like, students up on the rooftop where things could happen. But it would be nice. When I was going to school, like, if I wanted to not sit in the cafeteria where it was noisy, we basically would just, like, sit over by our lockers and eat, which was not very comfortable. There's a couple of birds perched on the ledge, minding their own business. One hoots as Hikari sits a little too close. Now, Yui, what do you have for us? She's salivating at the simple thought of the sweets Yui brought. Are they like gross sweets? Well, Yui opens up the beautifully wrapped box she's been tucking under her arm. She removes the lid to reveal a neatly organized selection of homemade treats. Okay, never mind. They look good, I imagine. Hikari's eyes dazzle as she takes in the bounty before her. There are sweet rice cakes, red bean mochi balls, green tea flavored candies, chocolate drizzled chestnuts, and a few slices of fresh watermelon. Yui, did you make all these? Yes, well, except the watermelon, of course. Everything looks amazing. I can't believe it. I have to try one of everything. I just have to. Yui seems to take Hikari's greed as a compliment, and she smiles proudly. She offers the box to Hikari, officially giving her the go-ahead to jump in. I wait for Hikari to finish grabbing a few fistfuls of sweets before I selectively pick out the best-looking mochi balls and chocolate chestnuts. Thanks, Yui. Everything looks really good. Yui smiles again, possibly even more than she did for Hikari. I bite into a mochi ball and let the sweet red bean paste fill my mouth. The flavor is incredible. It's unlike anything I've tasted before. Yui must have a real knack for making sweets. This is amazing, Yui. Thank you for sharing with us. Oh, I'm more than happy to share. You two are my newest friends, so I'm glad I can make something you both like. I chomp on a few chestnuts and take a look over at Hikari. She's got chocolate all over her face and watermelon juice dripping from the tip of her nose. I just shake my head and continue to enjoy the treats. Yui doesn't seem to be eating anything. She's just smiling and watching me enjoy myself. At first it seems weird she didn't want to eat anything, but when I really think about it, she probably taste tests most of this stuff and gets sick of it easily. I don't give it any more thought. Alright, I got 2 admirers. With the box of sweets completely empty, I let out a sigh of satisfaction and take a seat on an old milk crate. Thanks so much, Yui. I really enjoyed the sweets. You're very welcome, Rose. I nudge Hikari to encourage her to thank Yui, but she seems to be in a food coma and is fast asleep. There's still a lot of chocolate on her face. I'm sorry about Hikari. She can be a bit herself. Oh, it's not a bother. I can tell she liked the food, so for me, that's the best thanks I can get. Where did you learn to make stuff like that? Oh, I don't know, to be honest. I guess I just read a lot and pick up things here and there. No one ever really showed me how to make sweets, so is that like one of her magic abilities? Is she's just like a naturally good cook? Or maybe like knowledge? She extrapolates things and she's able to apply it without any practice at all? Oh man, that would be so useful for real life. Interesting. Well, I look forward to having some more next time. Of course. So, Rose, do you have a boyfriend? Or a girlfriend? I'm shocked by Yui's sudden forwardness. I can't believe this shy girl just straight up asked me if I'm seeing anyone. Oh, I'm sorry, it's okay. You don't have to answer. I was just trying to make conversation. No, it's okay. No need to be sorry. The truth is, I don't have either. I'm single right now. Oh, is that so? Then what do you look for in a person? Alright, here we go. What do I look for in a person? I should answer truthfully. So, I mean, shy girl with glasses, I feel like that's just kind of being a little, you know... I feel like I'd be kind of railroading myself there. Girls comfortable being themselves, that's Hikari. Or tall, fit girls, which is I mean, neither of them are tall, I imagine, so I'll just say girls comfortable being themselves. Okay, she likes that answer too. As I say this, I hear Hikari snoring turn into a little giggle. Hikari- oh, okay. I love how Hikari's affection, even while she's sleeping, she's like, yeah, that's me. Well, thank you for telling me. Just so you know, I'm single too, and I thought it'd be nice to find a partner during my time at the academy. Damn! She's quite forward. That's pretty much my goal too. I want to have a girlfriend by New Year's Eve. My ultimate dream. Oh shit, so that's okay, unless we're doing like time jumps here, that's a long ways away. This might take a while. Yui grins widely. A partner by New Year's Eve. That's a good dream. Maybe I'll make it my goal too. Yui seems to be kind of into me. I wonder if I'm reading the situation right. Now I can't really make a move with Hikari pretending to be asleep right next to us. And it would probably be a good idea to get to know Yui better before I ask her to be my girlfriend, or at least see what other girls there are. I'll give it some time. At the very least, she seems to like me a lot. That's a great start. Yui and I are smiling broadly at each other when we hear the bell resound throughout the school. Oh, it looks like our lunch break's over. We better get to our next class. I shake Hikari and she awakens abruptly. What's happening? Wake up, sleepyhead, we need to get to our next class. Oh no, but I haven't had a proper lunch yet. I've only eaten sweets. You didn't have a proper breakfast either. That was pretty much just dessert too. Well, you should have thought about that before you devoured your weight in chocolate. Yui and I laugh at Hikari's chocolate-faced expression. We all head downstairs on our way to the next class. Oh, sorry guys, I'm stumbling over my words a little bit. Like I said, I'm not used to doing this much talking. Finally home. The rest of the day went by pretty quickly. I ended up taking Yui's advice and started writing more notes during our other classes. Now I have a good 2 or 3 written pages. Once school wrapped up for the day, I said goodbye to Hikari and Yui and returned home. I'm feeling pretty exhausted. I guess that's what 2 days of classes will do to you when you're not used to studying. I suppose I'll get dinner and have an early night. After all, it's only Wednesday tomorrow. I'll have to get through the rest of the school week before I can relax. So I imagine, like, this day will be, like, the practical magic, maybe? Oh, okay, so now we're actually... Okay, now it's opening up a little bit more to us. Use time before school each morning to prepare for the day ahead. From your bedroom, you can view the calendar and check your friends' schedules. Plan your day according to the schedule of who you want to spend time with. Extra morning routine options will open up later in the game. Okay. Alright, so let's check the calendar. So 18. Okay, so 18 is actually going to be alchemy. Okay. Oop. You know what? I might as well save. There we go. And let's check the schedule. Okay. Cutie star tip of the day. Visit Marcelin in the school hall if you're unsure of how a game feature works. Okay. So Yui's affection is at 0%. Hikari's is at 2. Okay, so it takes a little bit of time. So evening, she's in classroom. Night, she is at Cafe Shiba. Evening, library. Nighttime, forest. Okay. Alright, let's go to school. Ooh, it's like Harry Potter. A nervous tension is in the air when I entered the school lab this morning. According to Hikari, we'll be having our first alchemy class. The teacher is supposedly somewhat crazy, so we have that to look forward to. I managed to grab a seat between Hikari and Yui like usual. As soon as all the other students are settled, the classroom door bursts open and a man barges in. Hey, it's a dude. It's actually, we have a guy here. Good morning, students. I'm your alchemy teacher, Henry Steiner. You will all do as I say, and that way, no one will get blown to pieces. Ha ha ha. The students are silent. No one dares laugh along with the teacher. None of us can tell if he's serious or not. Is there a chance we'll get blown up during this class? What have I gotten myself into? The man before us looks like some sort of mad scientist. His lab coat's torn and burned, and a maniacal glint keeps appearing in his eyes. You're all new to the academy, so I'll go ahead and assume none of you have any inkling as to the true nature of alchemy. Alright, alchemy is not magic. Alchemy is not science. Alchemy is a precise art and can only be practiced by those who dedicate themselves to it fully. You might ask, why must we learn alchemy if it's not magic? I'll tell you why. Without alchemy, you magical girls wouldn't have any means of defending yourself should your powers fail you. The greatest magical girls in the world have used alchemy to turn the tides of battle that their innate powers could not win. Imagine having the ability to forge weapons from common ingredients, Imagine having the option to brew potions so potent one sip could vanquish your foe in an instant. These are the doors alchemy will open for the cunning magical girl. Having an arsenal of options in combat is always a good thing. I'm noticing too, like, these things, I haven't really checked these out. My status. Alright, so yes, there's a couple more girls to meet as well. Hopefully that will be soon. With all that said, I want it to be known most of you will fail this class. God, I hate those teachers the worst. I had those when I went to university where, like, they would just straight up basically be like, you know, you might want to drop out now because most of you are going to fail this class. It's like, cool, that's a great way to introduce yourself. And you know what that also means? It means you're probably not a good teacher, because the whole point of teaching is that you're supposed to teach the students, and if most of them are fail, that's on you. That's not on the students. Just saying. There's my little rant. Most of you will not have the dedication, the perseverance to master alchemy. However, I still expect you all to do your best. I will accept absolutely no less than that. This guy's intense. I've never had a teacher like him before. It's painfully clear he's passionate about his subject, but why do I get the feeling he sees us as guinea pigs and not students? Before we begin brewing potions or forging items, you must understand the very basic principles of alchemy. Can anyone tell me the name of the 3 components that must be included in every single alchemy recipe? The class is silent. Just when I think nobody's going to answer this impossible question, Yui timidly raises her hand. Yes, you there. Can you answer the question? Alright. Yes, sir. The names of the 3 components used in every alchemy recipe are the base, solvent, and catalyst. Okay. Writing these down. Hold up. Okay. So, I'm gonna write this down as Magical Girl History was the whole thing about Music Idol. This is alchemy. Is base. It's like chemistry, right? I mean, alchemy is basically... I didn't do well in chemistry, but this is taking me back to, like, grade 11 chemistry. There we go. Ah, bingo! Well done, young one. Yui beams at the teacher's praise. I'm genuinely surprised she knows the answer to the question. Although, being that she's fairly studious, I suppose it's not out of the ordinary for her to know such a thing. The base, the solvent, the catalyst. 3 components that together form the foundation of every alchemy recipe. In order to successfully synthesize an item or brew a potion using alchemy, you need those 3 components. The components themselves can take many forms. Even some everyday items can be used in alchemy. Just because an item doesn't have a special property, it doesn't mean it can't be used in a powerful recipe. In future lessons, I'll go into detail about finding alchemy components in the world around us. For now, I command you to open your notebooks and start writing the following. The rest of the class continued reasonably smoothly. Even though nothing got blown up today, the students didn't seem to let their guard down for 1 second. I don't think I'll ever forget Mr. Steiner's eccentric attitude. Alright. Well, at least the days kind of, like, zip by pretty fast. Like, if we have to play this until, what's it called? Until, like, New Year's, when we have to, like, make our choice about who our girlfriend is gonna be. Yeah. Before I knew it, my 3rd day at school was over. Hikari and Yui said farewell at the gate. There's still a bit of time before it gets dark. Maybe I should use my time after school to make the most of my new student life. What can I do? I could look around the school. Alright, now it's opening up more. Sweet. I could look around the school grounds, go into town, or spend time studying. Or I could try and meet some girls. My thoughts drifted back to yesterday when I shared lunch with Yui and Hikari on the rooftop. Just so you know, I'm single and I thought it'd be nice to find a partner during my time at the academy. It's pretty much my goal too. I want to have a girlfriend by New Year's Eve. It's my ultimate dream. A partner by New Year's Eve. That's a good dream. Maybe I'll make it my goal too. That's right. You and I both want to have a partner by New Year's Eve. I really should make that my ultimate goal. I don't want to ring in another New Year solo. If I really think about it, attending the academy is the best opportunity I'll ever have to meet a girl. After all, this place is jam-packed full of cute magical girls. So I'm going to do it. I'll find someone special, someone I can call my love. I'll use my time here effectively and meet the girl of my dreams. Alright, here we go. Starting today, you can make the most of your school life. Go out and meet as many people as you can, form ongoing relationships, and build trust with the people you care about. Select the travel option to explore. The world is now open to you. Will you seize every opportunity? Alright, so during evening and nights, you can choose activities to participate in. Some actions will take up time. Performing an action in the evening will progress time to night. Activities at night will move time forward to the next day. Dating or spending time with girls, reading books, studying magic, brewing potions, and exploring the forest are actions that take time. Free actions are traveling, shopping, giving gifts, talking to characters. Perform as many of these actions as you like. Okay, nice. Alright, well then I'll definitely do some traveling. I don't think I can do much shopping because I don't think I've got money. But I can talk to characters, so that's good. So I guess I could go around, I could travel, I could meet some of the girls, I could talk to them, but like I guess if I choose to like commit to hanging out with one. Yeah, so we'll check the... Oh yeah, the calendar just says like whatever my actual class is, the schedule. So, I mean, I could, but like I want to meet new people, so let's travel somewhere else. Okay. Oh wow, there's all sorts of places. Holy cow. Okay. So let's go check out the classroom. Kari's here. Bye. Bye. Hallway. I'm just looking for new girls. Okay, the school guide. So we'll ask her for information. So she's kind of like our Clippy. Like, hi, I see that you need some help. You're a first year student, right? I can give you info. What do you want to know? Oh, okay. It's stuff I already know. Alright. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'll chat with her, though. You want to chat with me? Okay, I'm not really sure what you can offer in terms of conversation since you're a newbie. To be honest, I only volunteered to help the first year students because I have too much knowledge to keep it to myself. But you wouldn't know what that's like, would you? Wow, this girl's a... Damn. I see the girl's a little bit of a bitch. I just want to talk to her, and she's just like, you're dumb. Like, yeah, I am. So? I didn't mean to sound so harsh. You're okay. I don't think I want to talk to you anymore. You're just bringing me down. And this is where Yui... Oh, is Yui not here? I thought she was in the library. You can borrow a book from the school library, but only one book at a time. You can read books at home during your free time. When you're finished reading a book, you will gain a significant boost to a key attribute. This is really giving me like Persona vibes, which I'm all for. Okay. Alright, so we can use the library services. Let's chat. Aetheron, I'm flattered you'd take time to converse with me. There's an actual guy here? Oh my goodness. Or is that just like, is that a girl who just dresses kind of androgynously? Truth be told, most students pay me no heed. It's heartwarming to have some company. Though I've only worked at this academy for a short time, I'm very familiar with it. My own dear wife studied here once upon a time, and what an impression she made upon these hallowed halls. She reached top of her class before graduating and was awarded with an illustrious Golden Star pin, the highest honor any student can achieve. But that was quite some time ago. Alright, so let's borrow a book. Alright, so yes, apparently books are quite important to this. So, I'm guessing, like, because they have the different number, like, you have to be able to, like, you have to read the first one before you can progress. So we've got alchemy, we have perception, expertise. I'm guessing, like, is there any one thing that's, like, more important than the other? I remember the homeroom teacher saying, like, all of them are pretty important, but, like, is there one I should focus on? I'm gonna go based on, like, I know that my girl talked about she's, like, interested in magic, so we're gonna go with the Book of Magic, so we'll borrow that. Okay. You know what? Let's spend some time with Yui, because I don't have any affection points with her yet, and it seems like I can't see any of the other girls right now, so we'll spend some time with her. Oh, Yui's affection for me isn't high enough to ask her on a date. I should try and get her affection level up to 10 before asking her out. Should I hang out with her anyway to increase her affections? Will take time. Yeah, let's hang out. I mean, that's how we get the affection up in the first place, is by hanging out. I hang out with Yui and we discuss a few different topics. Yui gets a little nervous when we start talking about our hopes and dreams. Alright, key attributes. Improve your mind and body by raising your key attributes. Improving these key attributes will make you more desirable to other people. Ah, okay. There are many ways to build up your attributes. Reading books is a start. Okay. So I guess we could go home and read a book. So we could travel somewhere else. Oh, I guess the other places aren't open, right? Because they said that... Yeah, Hikari's at Cafe Shiba. and Yui's in the forest, but those have not been opened up to us yet. So, I mean, there's not really... I guess I could travel. Traveling doesn't cost me any... There's nothing interesting at the school gate. Okay. School's closed. I guess I can't go to any of these other places too, because that's all within the school. So we're gonna read a book. Alright, let's go ahead and read. I dive into the book and devote all my attention to reading. Time ticks by as I turn page after page. I'm starting to get sleepy, so I'll stop here for now. There are 2 chapters remaining. Yeah, this is really like reminding me of Persona, where it's like I read the books to like get my attributes up. Alright, so now we're going to be doing the practical magic class, which is the one that my character is most looking forward to. Okay, interesting. So it changes day by day. I guess that makes sense. They're not going to be at the same place every time. Alright, we'll go to school. Good morning. Good morning. The girls are waiting for me at the school gate. Apparently Hikari's excited about something because she has a crazy grin on her face. Today's the day I've been waiting for. It's Practical Magic Day. What's that? I like how my character was like excited about it, and then I'm just like, but derp, what's that? The thing that literally the homeroom teacher talked about day 1. Are you serious? Practical magic class is where we actually go to get out of the classroom and use magic. Oh, really? Yes, really. Geez, didn't you pay any attention in Miss Otsuka's first class? Which one's Miss Otsuka again? Hikari pouts. She hates it when I act like I haven't been paying attention. Sometimes I don't know if I am pretending or if I actually don't. Miss Otsuka told us to call her Satomi on the first day of school. She's the one with the big, yes, Satomi Otsuka, our homeroom teacher. How could I forget my mature, well-endowed crush? Anyway, Satomi, I mean Miss Otsuka. She told us about the classes we'll be taking, and the one that sounded the most exciting was practical magic. Hikari's eager grin returns. I don't doubt she's been looking forward to this class. I suppose it does sound kinda cool. I'll be able to see what the other girls are capable of. Although I don't know if I'll be able to perform any magic. Well, shall we head to class? Sure. I start to make my way toward our classroom when Hikari grabs my shoulder. No. We're going to be studying practical magic outside on the school field. An outside class? But there are bugs outside and sunlight. Oh, will you grow up? It's nice being outside. It's sunny and warm, and the springtime air smells beautiful. But shut it, you're coming with us. Yui laughs and follows along as Hikari drags me toward the school field. Alright, Aya. Good morning, students. Gather round, gather around. How are we all this morning? I know this is a very early class. A lot of you are yawning, so I do hope you're getting enough sleep. My name is Aya Yoshida. I'm your practical magic teacher. I hope we can learn a lot together. Being outside on the school field and looking at Miss Yoshida in a track outfit makes me feel like I'm back in high school attending PE class. I'm half expecting to get hit in the head by a football at any moment. What a weird feeling. In this class, you'll learn to harness your raw magical energy. You're all capable of great feats of magic. That's why you're at this academy after all. A magical girl is capable of drawing upon the energy within herself and focusing into a powerful force that could alter the fabric of reality. Magical energy can create fireballs, conjure illusions, heal the injured, shield the weak, or even stop time in its tracks. Hikari turns to me at these words. I'm reminded of the time I froze a falling glass in midair. I suppose my magic can stop time. A magical girl's disposition directly affects the kind of magic she can cast. Maybe that's why in the free time doesn't pass, is because literally I can freeze time. As long as I'm not like actually hanging out with someone, I can do whatever I want. Chances are you've all dabbled with your magical abilities. You should all be familiar with the type of magic you're capable of producing. I'm going to ask a few of you now. Please share with the class what you've learned about your own magic. I'll go first to give you an idea. I'm Aya. My magic lets me summon mystical fields of light that can dazzle onlookers. This is classed as defensive magic, and I developed it due to my kind and caring personality. Now, who can go next? You there. Hikari gasps when Miss Yoshida indicates towards her. She steps forward shyly. My name is Hikari. I'm able to use healing magic. I first discovered this when I broke my arm falling down a staircase. I'm not sure what my personality is though, so I don't know why I have healing magic. I mean, obviously she's a very caring person who looks after others, so that makes sense. What does that say about my person, like, who stops time? What would that say about me? Miss Yoshida nods and gives Hikari a round of applause. Oh, I can smell My husband's making food right now. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. Oh, it smells so good. I guess I have to think about having dinner at some point. I don't know what time it is. I will go a little bit longer, I promise. I'll at least finish this day. Maybe I'll go like another day. I'll go to 4:20. Because funny word. Funny numbers. Thank you for sharing, Hikari. Your healing magic sounds wonderful. In my experience, it's usually those with thoughtful, generous personalities that acquire healing magic. Well done. Hikari steps back and lines up next to me. She looks almost ashamed, as though she's embarrassed to have healing magic. The next student called upon is Yui. She looks even more scared than Hikari did, but she takes a brave step forward anyway. Oh, I'm Yui. My magic is a bit unreliable, and I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. All I know is that there have been a couple of times when strange things have happened to me. I can't really explain it. Sorry. I'm so embarrassed. No trouble, Yui. Please don't fret. Some girls take longer to understand their powers, and there's no shame in that. We'll help you discover your powers together. Yui seems to take comfort in Miss Yoshida's words. A few of the other girls in the class all share their power. After a bit of time, Miss Yoshida's finger points to me. I guess I'm up. I step forward. You seem to be a very special case, Rose. Please, would you share with the class some information about your magical powers? Well, I've only ever been able to use my power once. I don't think I had any control over it, but I was able to freeze an object in time. Uh-oh. I don't know what that face means. You froze an object in time? It was a falling glass. It didn't just stop in midair. It literally froze the contents of the glass and stopped falling. I just realized who his eye remind me of. She reminds me of Brock from Pokemon. Just the fact that her eyes never seem to open. I see. How peculiar. How would you describe your personality? A million adjectives flashed through my mind at the speed of light. I grab one at random and spit it out. Lazy. A few of the students laugh. Even Miss Yoshida cracks a smile, though I can tell she's trying not to crack up completely. Lazy! My. Well, I suppose I'll have to put some thought into the reasons behind your magic. Very good, Rose. I can't quite get a reading on Miss Yoshida's reaction to my magic. Does she think I'm ordinary? Is the ability to freeze objects in time a common magical power? I guess I'm special. She literally said it herself. Or could it be something more? Could I be the destined hero born to rise up and conquer an evil demon lord with my ability to stop glasses falling in midair? Miss Yoshida continues the lesson. Most of the students are quite attentive, though I can tell some people are getting easily distracted because we're outside. The lesson wraps up with Miss Yoshida telling us we'll begin our actual magic practice next week. A disappointed grumble erupts from the class, and the sound of the school bell sends us on our way. Tomorrow's Friday. Can you believe the week's nearly ended? Nope, it seems too good to be true. I know you act like you're not impressed, but I can tell you're enjoying classes so far. Yeah, I am, to be honest. It's pretty exciting learning about this stuff. Good, I'm really happy we're attending school together. And we even made a new friend this week. You mean Yui? Where is she anyway? I don't know. Doesn't she normally meet us here before going home? Yeah, I wonder if she got caught up somewhere. Well, don't sweat it. We'll see her tomorrow after all. Yep. You want to walk home together? Maybe not today. I've got some things I'd like to do. Okay, once again, this all seemed very sweet, but I can't help but think in the back of my mind what the beginning of this game said about how there's like disturbing content. I'm like, hopefully Yui, we're not going to be getting, you know, Doki Doki vibes, but it's just like, one of our friends is not here. I wonder what has happened to her. Like, no, we just started. No. Okay, maybe next time. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Okay, so I have to ask for people who've like played this game, when they say disturbing content, like, do I have to worry about jump scares and stuff like that? I can't handle that stuff. If it's like more subtle stuff, like, you know, bad things might happen to some of these girls, the whole thing about like evil, you know, there might be some disturbing shit. I can handle that. I just don't like jump scares. That's all. Okay, yes. Well, yeah, I guess it might not be a bad idea to save. Just save over that one. There we go. Oh my god, stop it. Return. Just return. Okay. So, classroom. No one around. Hallway. It's just probably gonna be her. Will she say something different if I talk to her? Oh, shoot. It says something about one of the students asked me about where something is. I told her if she can't figure it out on her own, she doesn't deserve to be at the academy. So of course she starts crying and making a big scene. I told her I was sorry, and I took her hand and showed her where to go. After that, she smiled a little. Gosh, talk about embarrassing. I feel like this girl might end up, maybe she'll become like some sort of like bad demon person. I don't know, I'm getting bad vibes about her. I don't know why. Okay, so apparently not jump scares, but dark stuff. That's fine with me. That's totally cool. We'll talk to him. Before I came to work here, I spent time in the Navy. That's actually where I met my dear wife. When she graduated the academy, she joined the Navy. Her magical powers served our country well. Alas, the Navy brought us together, but it also separated us. After one fateful battle I could take no more, I resigned and found myself here some years later. Alright, well, we still have to finish up our book. Alright, well, it seems like I can't really do much else right now, so... School gates? So I guess we'll go straight home. I'll be happy when, like, stuff... I won't have time to do anything else. Well, the thing is, there's not really much else for me to do right now. Like, I imagine as things go on, like, I will be able to go to, like, stores and stuff, but there's just, like, not really a lot of stuff available to me right now, so I think I do have to just go straight home. Because, like, the other girls are unavailable right now. So we'll finish up that book. Well, not finish it tonight, but... Okay, there we go. Alright, and let's check the schedule for today. Okay. Well, shoot, I guess I'm just gonna be hanging out with Yui today because I can't go to Cafe Shiba unless it opens up to me today. Alright, so tell me, what did everybody think of their first week? I do hope you're learning a lot. I remember way back when I was a student, I was overwhelmed by all the knowledge my teachers wanted to share. I have a good feeling you're all going to make wonderful magical girls, and I make it my sworn duty to help each and every one of you. And I also want to introduce someone that can help you. Ah, new character, yes! Damn it! This girl. This is Marceline. I feel this girl's gonna go bad. That's my prediction. Marceline's a second-year student, so she is your senior. Good to meet you. Marceline has kindly volunteered to offer guidance to the school's first-year students. She will be at your disposal during school hours. Since I'm your senior, I know much more than any of you, so I guess I'll help you out. I can give you information about school life, classes, extracurricular activities, whatever. You can find me in the first floor hallway whenever you need assistance. Thank you, Marceline. For the rest of today's class, I'd like to go over what you learned during the week. It would have been awesome if they had given, like, you know, I actually had to apply the information where she's just like, what are the 3 top, you know, like, jobs that magical girls take? Oh, Yui, you waited for us today. Hi, Rose. Hello, Hikari. Yo. I'm sorry I left yesterday without saying goodbye. I had something urgent I needed to attend to. Is everything okay? Yes, everything's wonderful. There's no need to worry. I had a great week thanks to both of you. I'm so happy I made friends here. Me too. It's been such a fun week. Should we all walk home together? Oh, I actually live here now, the dorms. Oh, really? I had no idea. I'm sorry I never told you sooner. Actually, the reason I left early yesterday was to finish setting everything up in my room. I had new furniture delivered, so it finally feels like home. That's pretty cool. It must be nice to have your own place. It's not bad. I mean, there are other students around, but my room's private. Private, huh? Do you not have your own place, Hikari? No, I still live with my mother. I can't wait to get my own place, though. I see. What about you, Rose? I have a small apartment in town all to myself. Damn, I was like, the kitchen area at least looked very nice. It looked more than just a small apartment. Lucky you. Hikari seems to be moping. I think she's a bit envious Yui and I have our own places while she lives at home with her mom. Hikari, you're always welcome to visit my place, you know, and I'm sure Yui wouldn't mind having you over once in a while, too. Of course, it'd be my pleasure. Hikari brightens up a little. Thank you. I might just take you up on that offer. Well, I'm off for now. Have a good evening, you two. Bye, Yui. See you later. Shall we walk home together? There's still things I want to do. Rain check? Yeah, okay. I'll see you later. Alright, so... still the same places. I'm gonna talk to Marceline and see if she has anything about... Okay, nothing yet about, like, what was I gonna ask her about? Like, extracurricular activities. I mean, it is still the first week, so... But let's talk with her. My favorite thing about seeing the new first-year students is imagining what kind of magical girl outfits they'll transform into. Some girls get really elegant outfits, some get really dark and eerie ones. I guess it depends on the personality of the girl. That feels like foreshadowing. You want to know what my magical girl outfit looks like? That's a secret. She's totally like a dark magical girl. Totally. I'll be shocked if I'm wrong on that. Okay, so the library, right? That's where Yui is? Alright, so let's spend some time with Yui. I hang out with Yui and we talk about our favorite movies. Yui slowly walks away when I go on an unstoppable rant about my favorite anime flicks. Alright, and we will... I don't know why I keep checking as if something has opened up to me. So we'll go ahead and finish off this book. It seems right now it's not stressful because there's not many things for me to do right now. I imagine as things open up the clubs, and I'm guessing that's where I'm probably going to meet some more of the girls, is like when clubs open up. So then I'll have to like delegate that if I'm joining a club. And then like being able to travel to more places, it's probably going to get a little bit harder to kind of manage my time, but apparently it's not a super hard time management game. It would be a little overwhelming if they just like introduced a whole bunch of stuff like all at once. Alright, so I think we'll finish off the first weekend. So we'll do the Saturday, Sunday, and that's probably where I will wrap it up because I can smell my food. I can smell that food is almost done, and I'm getting pretty hungry. It doesn't help that these games always talk about food. My phone? What time is it? Oh, it's just a text message. Oh my god, wake up, you're missing school. JK, it's the weekend. I got you good. Anyway, Yui wants to go to the cafe. Okay, sweet, cafe, the Shibu one will open up. You should come with us. Hikari and her early morning text messages. What am I gonna do with this girl? It might be fun to hang out with Yui and Hikari at a cafe, but still, I have to mess with Hikari at least a little bit. N. I quickly reply back. As usual, immediately after the message gets sent, I get a response back. You meanie, you don't have a choice. Come meet us at Cafe Shiba. I send her back a serious reply and let her know I'll be there. Cafe Shiba, I think I've seen it on the walk over to school. Should be easy to get there. The wafting aroma of fine coffee invites me into the cafe as I approach. When I enter, I'm surprised to see the place is fairly empty, but I immediately spot two girls at a table giving me a goofy wave. Geez, you took your time, didn't you? Yikes. Sorry. Good morning. Good morning, Yui. Good morning, Hikari. Have you ever been here, Rose? Nope, never. How about you? Yeah, I come here all the time. I really like the coffee here. Plus, they always remember my order now, so it's less awkward to come here than to go anywhere else. It's a pretty cozy place. It'd be a cool idea to bring our books here and study. Ugh, please, it's the weekend. Can we talk about studying some other time? Yes, let's just enjoy the weekend. Have you two ordered yet? No, not yet. I can't decide. I want to get a croissant, but I don't know if it will fill me up. Would I be better off getting an apple Danish? Or would that not be enough either? Why don't you get one of each? One of each? I'm not made of money. Sheesh. I recommend the strawberry parfait. It's wonderful. Parfait? For breakfast? You're my kind of girl, Yui. Before long, a waitress comes over to take our order. I'll have the strawberry parfait, please, and my usual coffee. I'll have a strawberry parfait too. And chai tea, please. I'll get a croissant, an apple Danish, a strawberry parfait, and a latte. The waitress skips away and the girls look at me in shock. You're going to eat all of that? How could you betray me? Huh? What did I do? You ordered all the things I couldn't decide between. You're a monster. Relax, I got a bit of everything so we can all share. That's really nice of you, Rose. Thank you so much. Well, there we go. Sometimes I can actually be thoughtful. You don't have to thank me if you don't want to, Hikari. I can't believe you would do such a nice, thoughtful thing. What's the catch? Maybe I'm just trying to impress Yui. No catch. Promise. Just enjoy the food. Oh, well, then thank you. After Hikari finished grilling me about being generous, the waitress brings our order out. Yui's holding back a yawn as she sips her coffee from a gigantic mug. Is that your usual order, Yui? Yeah, it's a bit big, I know. What's in it? It's a cappuccino with an extra shot of espresso. Wow, you must be so energetic if you drink that all the time. Actually, I'm kind of the opposite. Because I stay up so late, I need these in the morning just to function. Oh, mood. Except the difference is I don't even stay up late, but I still need like a lot of caffeine to function. It's just called being an adult. Hikari looks at Yui quizzically. I can tell she wants to ask why Yui's always up late, but doesn't want to be intrusive. For once, I actually know something Hikari doesn't. I give her a smug grin. Yui stays up watching horror films more often than not. Isn't that right, Yui? Yui nods gently. Whoa, horror films? I get goosebumps just saying those words. You must be really brave, Yui. Oh, no, not really. I can be a bit of a scaredy cat. I have lots of trouble falling asleep after watching something scary. I hear noises and see things in the shadows that aren't there. So let me get this straight. You don't watch horror films because you're brave, but because you like scaring yourself. I mean, I play horror games despite not liking being scared. I don't know. I don't really play super scary games. Like I said, I don't like games with jump scares. I don't like games that are too scary, but I like things that are dark. So I can kind of understand where she's coming from. Something like that, I suppose. It makes you feel alive. How odd. No offense. Don't worry. I know I have strange habits, but what about you, Hikari? What are your hobbies? I'm a bit like Rose. I just like watching anime and reading manga. I love manga too. I read all sorts of horror stories. Now that's one thing. Okay, so it's funny. I don't really like to watch horror movies. I don't like to play really scary games, but I have no problem reading horror books. I think it's because, like, I don't know, it feels like I have more control over it, and it's all about what's in your imagination. You don't have to worry about jump scares or things like that, because, like, you can go at your own pace, and yeah, I don't know, I can just handle it better that way. I don't think we'd read the same kind of stuff. That's too bad. What kind of manga do you read? Ah, I can't tell you. You'll think I'm a little kid. Go on, you know my weird hobby. I won't judge you. Well, okay. My favorite manga series is Cutie Star. Cutie Star? A thoughtful expression crosses Yui's face. I can tell she's straining to remember something. Oh, I know Cutie Star. I used to watch the animated series on TV every morning before preschool. That doesn't help. I see why you didn't want to tell me about it. Yeah, it's like kind of like if you tell people as an adult you watch Pokemon or something, but I mean, people do. I'm not as into it as I used to be, but like I still have affection for it, and I'm not ashamed of it. It's okay. I know it's a children's series. I guess I just never really grew out of it. Seeing Cutie Star fight evil and transform into a magical girl inspired me all throughout my childhood. I think I never let go of it when I got older because it was always so important to me. So I always collected the manga books and watched the TV show for as long as I can remember. So Hikari and my character both liked them. The difference was after the series ended, Hikari was able to function where I was not. There's nothing wrong with liking something that inspires you. In fact, I think it's great. I would love to sit down and watch Cutie Star with you sometime. Really? Yui, that means so much to me. Thank you. Maybe Rose can join us too. I don't know a bigger fan of Cutie Star than Rose. Hey, don't drag me down with you. My obsession with Cutie Star is private. The girls lose themselves in a fit of laughter. I guess there's nothing to do except let them tire themselves out. I roll my eyes and dig into the food in front of me. We all spend a couple of hours together at the cafe, laughing and having a good time. The waitress eventually brings the bill around. Hikari glances at it, and her eyes widen. Oh no, I had no idea this place was expensive. I hardly have any money on me. It can't be that bad. Let me see the bill. Eep. Please, you're both exaggerating. We only had a couple of hot drinks and a little bit of food. Though Hikari did order an extra parfait and a melon soda. And then there were the refills, which can't have been free. I snatch the bill and look at the total. Well, it's not that bad. I mean, I won't be able to afford to eat for the rest of the week, but it's not the end of the world. Besides, if the three of us split it, we'll cover it easily. I reach for my wallet and notice something's amiss. Something, or someone, is missing. Did Hikari just dine and dash? Oh god, Yui, where's Hikari? Yui? She said she had to go, but she thanks you for your generous contribution to her share of the bill. Betrayed. Yui, can we split the bill 50-50? That's not fair. I ordered definitely more food than she did. I would love to, but I only have a handful of change. I can cover my coffee at least. Yeah, thanks. Completely defeated, I tell the waitress I'll pay with my credit card. At the very least, I can then make the repayments later on. Maybe I'll sell a kidney or two. Yui bows after I finish paying, as thanks me for the meal. She heads out the door before I even get so much as a chance to say goodbye. Wow, they just used me. I walk outside and expect to find her and Hikari on the street, but they're nowhere to be found. Just as I'm feeling used and abused, I receive a text message. Surely that's Hikari telling me she's sorry for leaving without paying. However, it's not Hikari. Shin! Yo, what's up? You chilling today? Oh, my good friend Shin. He and I go way back. Though I haven't known him as long as Hikari, he's still one of my best friends. I met Shin back in school when he was a bit of a troublemaker. He used to copy my notes in class and annoy me constantly by stealing my pen. I suppose after a while his annoying ways wore me down and we became friends. Before I get the chance to reply to his message, he buzzes me again. How's your new school? Are there a lot of hotties? I shoot him back a quick message assuring him there are indeed lots of hotties at the academy. Sweet. Yo, we gotta catch up. I've got the day off tomorrow. Keen? Yay, new character. I agree to meet up with him. It's been a while since we hung out. Dope. Can't wait. I'll come to your place in the morn. Peace. I put my phone away. I take one last look around the street to see if Hikari or Yui are still lurking around, but I don't see either of them. Guess I'll head home for the day and relax. I totally got used. Took advantage of my generosity. Alright, so we'll play today. We'll play the 22nd. We'll meet Shin, see if any new characters pop up, and then we'll probably wrap it up for tonight. Ding dong. The sound of the doorbell is elegant and serene. I've always liked the little chime that rings out whenever someone comes to visit me. Ding dong, ding 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 ding. Then again, it's kind of annoying. I hate it, and I'm going to remove it. Yo, open the damn door. I'm cold out here. Looks like Shin's arrived. I head over to the door and let him in. Hey, what's up? That's totally... oh, what's his face? From, oh my god, why am I totally blanking? He reminds me of, Persona 5, the blonde guy. Oh my god, he's like one of my favorite characters. Why am I totally blanking on what his name is? Ah! That's who he reminds me of. I glance past him and look outside. The sun's shining and a warm breeze is blowing. You said it was cold out. What's the deal? Nah, it ain't cold. I just wanted to come in. I shake my head, and Shin gives me his trademark stupid grin. I've missed you. Haven't seen you in ages. I missed you too, man. How you been? I've been so good, raising dough every day. Oh, you've been making bread? Nah, dude, making money. I got a job a few months back. Someone actually hired you? Did they meet you first? Shut up. I'm working at a convenience store. The job's not great, but the money's not great either. I mean, I'm guessing that's where I will be able to buy stuff. It's probably the convenience store he's working at. Thank you, Ryuji. I remembered his last name for some reason. What is it? Sakamoto or something like that, but for some reason I couldn't remember his goddamn first name. Thank you. This guy's just like a knockoff Ryuji. So it's not great. Nah, it sucks. But any money's better than no money, you know? Besides, this is all just a stepping stone to bigger and better things. Oh yeah? What kind of things? Well, when I get together enough cash, I'll start my own company. That's right. You always wanted to design your own clothes, right? Hell yeah. Shirts by Shin. Or maybe Shin shirts. Or... You'll get there, buddy. But congrats. I'm glad you're chasing your dreams. Thanks, dude. I knew you'd understand. I like the idea that, like, I'm a girl, but he uses dude. Like, dude is that's a unisex thing. A girl can be a dude's a dude, anybody can be a dude. So, like, tell me, what's it like going to an academy for magical girls? Are you the biggest nerd there? All in all, it's pretty great. I even made a friend. Good job. Is Hikari studying with you? Yeah, she's in all my classes. Right on. Hey, random question. I've seen the girls from your school walking home in the afternoon. How come everyone wears uniforms? Like, I get the whole uniform thing during high school, but this is, how do you say that word? Tertiary? Probably said that wrong. Education. Isn't this Magical Girl Academy more like a university? Well, Hikari explained this to me once. She said it's more like a training academy than a university. Like a military academy, so we all wear uniforms while we train. It has something to do with discipline or something. Sounds deep, dude. I don't know about any of that, but the uniforms are hot at least. Yeah, I saw that response coming. So, can you do any magic tricks yet? Nah. Sheesh, I want results, and soon. We'll see. At the moment, I'm just happy to cruise along and learn what I can. You got it made, dude. Your folks pay your rent, you get to go to school with hotties every day. You've got no idea what the real world is like for us working class citizens. What's your point? I think you need a little taste of the real world. You should get a part-time job and see what it's like. Oh my gosh, so now I can get a part-time job too, so I can join a class. This is like Persona. I even have my Ryuji here. You should get a part-time job and see what it's like to work for your money. Yeah, right. I've got enough on my plate as is. Is that so? Well, what happens when you meet a cool chick and you want to take her on a date? You're gonna call your parents and ask for money? Well, you need to get your own finances in order so you can treat girls and have a good time. I hate to admit it, but you may be right. Exactly, Shin's always right. But finding a part-time job will be tough. I hardly have any free time with classes every weekday. I mean, this is probably the most free time I'm gonna have in this whole game. Because it's literally just like, I can meet some of the girls and basically go home and read a book. So I actually have quite a lot of free time. I got you covered. The convenience store is hiring, and they love students because they can pay them next to nothing. You're really selling this place. I'm serious. Money's money. We can work together. It'll be dope. Tell you what, I'll put in a good word with you, or for you with the boss man. I'll see if I can get you some flexible hours. If I do that, would you at least give it a shot? Yeah, okay, I'll give it a shot. Bang, that's awesome. Shin and Rose working together, just like the old days. I don't remember those old days, but whatever. Nah, you know what I mean. Anyway, tell me more about the new friend you made. Is she cute? Shin and I spend more time together, chatting and playing video games. It was really good to catch up with him again. Shin went home in the afternoon, and I chilled out for the evening. I'm getting ready for bed when my phone goes off. Yo, I talked to the boss. He says you've got the job. You'll be on cash register with me. Is that sweet or what? Oh, that didn't take long. Looks like I've stumbled upon a part-time job. Best bit is, the hours are super flexible. You basically just come in whenever you want and work. So come into the convenience store if you ever need to earn cash. See, damn, that is flexible. That'd be nice. Alright, working part-time. You can now visit the convenience store in town. Working at the convenience store will allow you to earn money. Use money earned to purchase items for stores, such as gifts to give to girls. The amount of money you earn working is tied to your expertise. Okay, so I think that'll be the next book I'm going to read, is the expertise attribute. Alright guys, so like I said, I think this is where we will probably wrap it up. So I got through the first week, enjoying it so far. I do like the fact that it is like, it's given me that real like old school, like, you know, those dating sims where you could like, you know, go to school, take classes, go get a job. It's been a while since I played one like this, so it's kind of nice to go back to like, I don't know, it's just, it really brings me back to like the stuff I used to play in high school, like the dating sims and stuff. So I'm liking it, and I like that it's like taking that little bit of a different spin on it with the whole like magical girls are real in this world and you were becoming a magical girl. I kind of wish I'd been a boy because I love the idea of just being like a magical boy in a world of magical girls, but it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know how long. I imagine it's probably gonna be a little while before like dark stuff starts happening. And I'm curious to see what will entail from this and like how much of a mood whiplash it's gonna be. But so far it's cute. It's a really cute game. That's the best way I can describe it, is cute. So yeah, so I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight. I hope you guys did enjoy my first live stream of How to Date a Magical Girl. Of course, I will let you guys know when I will be doing my next one. I will be posting on Twitter at RoseMatterPlays. That's where I will always let you guys know when I'm going to be live streaming. And then of course, I will also, you know, have notifications. So make sure notifications are turned on for my channel so you guys know when I will be live streaming next. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. It was a lot of fun, and I hope to catch you for the next one. Until then, have a good night.